Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Valentino Rossi career mode. We have finally taken the lead in the championship, and in today's episode we will have the German Grand Prix of Sachsenring. Rossi's had some success over the years there. A very notable one was in 2006 where he battled off 4 Hondas on a very average Yamaha to get the win on the final lap. Some of the names he rode against that day were Nicky Hayden, Marco Melandri, among others. But a brilliant result that day from, and can we replicate it today? Let's find out. So for this round we will be going with double mediums, just because the fact is a lot of this track is on the edge of the tyre and we're going to need as much edge grip as we can for the whole race. So it is imperative we have edge grip. A lot of people using hards, including Crutchlow, so it is going to be ever so difficult to pass them with their hard tyres, because they're going to be slow mid-corner and they're probably strong in the heavy braking. Very few heavy braking zones on this track, but I know for a fact the hard runners will be strong there. So here we are on the grid and it is going to be a long race, this one 15 laps. What can we do on the opening lap? We're running it down the white line. It's going to be a tough one, this. Actually I have a small bit of contact with Maverick. A decent enough start here. We're going to try and keep it tight through Omega. Up into the points already we go, so a decent start. Got a good few of the hard runners towards the back, out of the way. This is going to be a race of attrition. I guarantee that the left side of the tyre, front and rear, will be no more by lap 10. So I'm going to just sit in the pack here, bide my time. Could be a bit of a dull race this one, but what can you do? There has been a crash behind Equal O'Connor. He was running a hard front from my knowledge, so possibly the hard front isn't the tyre to be on. Ooh, very late on the brakes, stop you into one, and a penalty, track limit warning. But we actually managed to use that track limit warning to get ahead of Jorge Martin. What can we do to Binder into Omega? We just throw the Yamaha up the inside. Or it's actually Oliveira, sorry, Binder's up next. So we are pretty comfortable here, almost on the back of the top 10. Just Alex Marquez ahead of us, and then we have the top 10. I already see the left side of my tyres taking a beating. I'm only on lap 3, we're already at probably like 60%. So my early prediction of lap 10, it'll be a bit optimistic. Managed to get underneath Marquez there. Can we switch it across on him? Yes we can. Should be able to hold it on the inside for Omega at turn 3. Now it is Brad Binder, the older of the Binder brothers. Up next in P10, then it is Paul Espargaro. Always a long look. Get that all wrong. Second track limit warning. Kind of got a too good of a run on Binder and we got stuck in a bad position. Gonna try and get him into Saxon curve, open up the run down here, just out onto the curb and get the move done. Brilliant bit of overtaking skill there. Oh, with the left side it's just pushing so much already. It's going to be very hard now not to crash late in the race on that side of the tyre, especially in the last two corners. Almost just turned it under pole there, but couldn't get the move on. Try turn tight, but he goes a bit defensive, so I'm going to run it wide, see can we cut underneath him at the top of the hill. Didn't manage to get the move on there. Just not wanting to use the left side of my tyre at all. Have a look down into 8. He is really holding up here. Probably will try the similar move we did on Binder. He gets a much better run though than Binder did. So I reckon at this rate turn 1 is the option. Coming from a long way back once again, not close enough to get the move done. But he runs it wide. Can we cut back? He has the inside. Just going to push us out. We're going to try and take high corner speed into Omega. He runs it wide, he actually leaves the gap and we slide on through. We might want to fight back though. We've run it well wide there through a few corners, staying third gear. Just can't get the bike to turn on the left side of the tyre. So Jack Miller out front is doing a great job of holding the pace because he is keeping top 5 well within close quarters. So I'm having to push now just to bring the gap down. So I'm going to use a bit more tyre than I want, but I have clear track, which means I should be able to run at my own pace. You can look at my lap times out, just so consistent in the 19.2s. And it's just good enough to bring me close enough. I'm just matching the area in front of me. I don't need to push. I have so much more pace in hand if I needed it, which I don't, thankfully, right now. Rear end starting to let go now on edge. of the tyre, which isn't ideal. I'm going to try and make this last corner into a nice square 90-degree corner. So we obliterate the lap record last time, go about 3 tenths quicker than Pecco's previous fast lap. Try to move around the outside, but the Aprilia man sits us up. To be fair, we did lean on him. We have a look into Omega, we should get it done. He gives us the room in fairness. But he fights back. And likewise we give him the room, making sure there's no contact, but we should get the run down. We have the inside now here. So let's have to drift it now. Traction is a bit too intrusive, so I'm going to go down to 2. And I'm going to just spin these tyres up now to the end. Could be the 4th, one more and a long lap is due. So track limits, as always, quite a struggle. Oh, thankfully we didn't get one there. Alex Rins just slow on corner exit and we had to just sit the bike up. And that's the long lap penalty. My rear wheel must have went into the pit exit because that gave me the long lap penalty. And what is going on now? The game is glitched out. We have the long lap penalty camera for some reason. What is going on here? And the game can't register. It kind of keeps going in and out of it. What is this? This is so difficult to play out. What in the name of God? It's come back now to normal, but we've lost a good chunk of time to Rins. That was so weird. Never seen that happen before. So I'm going to actually have to really push hard now because this isn't going to be easy. Any extra pace I do have will need to be brought out, and once again we're into the long lap penalty camera. What is going on? Again, full lean, camera comes on. We're going to take this lap and hopefully it fixes the camera glitch. Oh, how hard will this be to take? We're in a bit hot maybe. Long lap served. Pretty tricky one because it puts you straight out into the dirt. But we're still only 2.5 seconds off of Miller. 4 laps to go. Now I get the real push. I'm going to really go for this time now. The front end is having an awful time at the moment. It's going to give it hell now. Once again, running onto the green through the waterfall. It's so difficult to do. But at least this time now we do have the warnings available, so we might as well use them up. Okay, a touch hot into the final corner on a late. That runs us way wide. Switch it to the inside. Can we keep it? That's his 3rd track limits warning. That is not great. We are probably in trouble again with that one. I don't know. We have 3 laps. We need to make sure we don't get a second one. So pretty now really is holding us up. On the front, on both sides, is feeling pretty poor now. I'm getting lots of vibrations. I'm going to just turn underneath him. Hopefully he sets it up. I'm going to run him out to the outside of the track. Just so we stayed on track. I didn't mean to put him that wide. I thought he might set it up. Such a difficult place to pass at. Saxon Ring. Much more patient through there that time. Probably not as quick. But you have to be careful now with these long lap penalties. And there's a big crash! Quartararo loses the front in the Saxon curve, takes down Marc Marquez. That puts us into P5. A Suzuki and 3 Ducatis. Pulling a lot of time on the brakes, so much time. Especially into these right-handers. I feel very confident of the right corners at the moment. Just to be able to use all the edge grip that we have compared to the left side of the tyre. So 2 riders down. And that puts us P5. Rins is labouring, I reckon, a small bit. We managed to get the move done just around the outside. Lovely done. He actually runs a wide on exit. I'll just keep a tight line through here. It's factory Ducati 1 and 2. So close once again to touching the green. Bagnaia is in the lead. Miller in second, was spinning it up. It's like 2006 all over again. Rossi on an underpowered Yamaha up against 3 Ducatis this time and not 4 Hondas. Set another fastest lap this lap round. Should we be able to hold it on Zarco, can we? Yes, we can. What can we do to Miller? Can we just turn it tighter than him? Should be able to. He gives us the room. It's been a brilliant opening, a few corners, but he fights us back, sits us up through turn 5. That pushes us so wide. Zarco cuts underneath, but we get the cut back on him again. Cut back on the cut back. Got a great run on the waterfall, but it's not going to be good enough to get a move on Miller. Trying to square off Saxon curve. Not close enough to get up the inside of Jack. A very good exit though this time around. Just go up to power 3. Just to go up his inside. That should be P2 if we can hold it tight. Pecco's wide. Now where can we get this move done for the victory? Once again comes down to Rossi versus Francesco Bagnaia. We have a look into here. It's just tight enough. This game comes back for later Apex than me. The inside of my left tyre is no more. Pecco's pace on the Ducati is still strong. Runs wide there though. We get a much better run. Up the inside to go, but does contact, and that's our 4th lap. Track limit warning. It's going to have to do it in the last sector if we're going to do it. We get the run them down the waterfall. It's all about this corner here. What can we do on exit? Spinning it up. I have to take a chance into the last corner. He runs it deep. Neither of us have any grip. It's going to be Pecco that wins it. Incredible race from Pecco there to hold on. I struggled on that last lap to get anywhere near him really. It was a good lap from him. And yeah, oof, it's so little grip on the end of that race that it was incredible. We lose the championship lead for now. It's down to 1 point between myself and Bagnaia. But another solid race weekend. So we fall back ever so slightly from Ducati in the constructors, but we're not really worried with the constructors. We're worried about this man on screen, the Riders' Championship, and from last. I would have taken P2 definitely, but just a small bit disappointed that we couldn't get him on the final lap, especially with the speed we had on worn tyres. Just needed, so close in the last corner, but it just goes uphill. If I broke any later, I would have crashed. We both would have been down, so it's not ideal. But anyway, good result, happy with that. So I'm going to leave it there for today's episode 7 of the Rossi Career Mode. I hope you have enjoyed today's one. It was another cracking race. Should see you in the next round for the Netherlands. Bye bye, thanks for watching.